Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Tim Pham. So you weren't dreaming. We actually did see a little bit of light snow overnight.
That's right. So let's get right to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, because Jeremy, could we see any more snow in our area for the rest of this week?
No. Well, unless you head up into the mountains, then yeah. You might even see some starting tonight. So good news there. But for the rest of us, not so much the case. Starting to see reduced visibility there in Deer Park down to about 3 miles. Still looking pretty good elsewhere. Okanagan Highlands seeing some dense fog. And it's a similar story going over Lookout or Snoqualmie Pass. For the most part, temperatures staying pretty mild. Pretty close to freezing across much of the region. 30 now in Spokane with some of that fog developing out in Airway Heights. So just be ready for that. We are seeing things start to clear out though, and that includes in the atmosphere overhead. So I'd expect a little more sunshine today as we continue to watch this storm exit the region. A couple of stray scattered showers, but for the most part, the real moisture arrives tonight. It's not overly widespread and it's a quick moving shortwave. That brings us a round of mountain snow in both the Cascades and the Northern Rockies. Then that moves out and we start to clear out across everywhere in the inland northwest. Temps go from near freezing this morning to the low 40s this afternoon. And did I mention the sun? Oh yeah, you're going to see a little bit of it here in Spokane later today.
Now to a KREM 2 exclusive investigation.
Dozens of you have reached out to our investigative team with concerns about the upcoming Spokane Shock season.
So the season is scheduled to start March 12th, but there is still no contract in place at the Spokane Arena, and there's not an official roster for the team. Tryouts are scheduled for this week. Yesterday, we spoke with the commissioner of the Indoor Football League, and he told KREM 2 it is unprecedented to be this late in the season and not have a lease in place.
So this morning we are down to the final hours for the Shock and the team owner Sam Adams to secure the season.
We do not currently have a signed contract from Sam Adams, the owner.
Is it unusual for a season to be this close to starting here next month and not have a signed contract in place?
Yes, I would say that's unusual.
Does it concern you to be this close?
It would, yes. It concerns us in the sense that are we going to have a season or are we not?
So as of this morning, the Public Facilities District says it still has not received a signed contract or a $128,000 security bond. Two things that are required to move forward with the Shock season this year, and we're told that deadline is today.
Now, we've also learned an eviction notice was served at the Shock downtown business office last week. They had until Friday to pay back rent and penalties, and yesterday the property management company confirmed that deadline passed without payment.
So we did reach out to Adam several times in the last week, and he tells KREM he is absolutely moving forward with this year's season.
So to watch our full story, all you have to do is text us the word SHOCK to that number right there on your screen, 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link with all of that information right to your phone, and you can also find it on our website, krem.com.
The Kettle Falls School Board members voted to make masks optional for students and staff effective immediately. Nicole Hernandez joins us now live from Kettle Falls this morning. Nicole, what can we expect to happen at the school district moving forward?
Tim, so right now I'm live at Kettle Falls High School, where this morning students and staff will not have to wear masks when going inside the building. That's because the school district voted to make masks optional, going against the state's mandate.
Less government, more parenting. It's our job to parent our children, not our government.
I know that some will say you are not the expert and you need to listen to the experts. I disagree with this statement. I believe that each and every parent is the expert when it comes to their children.
Kettle Falls is the first and only district in the state to make this move. The vote is just days after Governor Inslee said he's ending the outdoor mask mandate. We're also expecting to hear from Governor Inslee about the indoor mask mandate later this week. Two board members here in Kettle Falls did think the district should wait it out.
I am all for demasking our kids. I do have concern with the liabilities we would take on.
Voting tonight would simply be changing seats on the Titanic and trading one problem for another.
In the end, board members voted to make masks optional. The state superintendent's office says districts violating the statewide mandate will get an official notice. If they don't fix the issue in 20 days, the state will not give the school all their funding until the issue is fixed. The governor's office also gave KREM to a statement that said in part, quote, school board actions do not supersede state laws, which are being applied here using the latest science and best public health practices. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we are here live at Kettle Falls. Kettle Falls High School is starting 2 hours late because of a 2-hour delay for road conditions. In Kettle Falls, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time. The FDA put the brakes on Pfizer's COVID vaccine for kids ages 6 months to 4 years old. The drug maker says they are postponing their emergency use authorization application to wait for further data on a 3-dose series. Pfizer believes 3 doses may provide a higher level of protection for this age group. Well, Spokane police have arrested an inmate after an escape yesterday morning. 29-year-old Joshua Michael Lanter escaped from Coyote Ridge Correctional Facility. Just hours later, officers found the stolen vehicle he was driving and quickly arrested him. He has been booked into the Spokane County Jail on theft of a motor vehicle, as well as outstanding arrest warrants stemming from his escape.
This is really about, bringing union back, taking control back to the actual workers, and making sure we have the rights we need to be able to live comfortable lives.
Employees at a Starbucks Reserve location in Seattle are moving to unionize. In a 2-page letter, the roastery says more than a dozen current employees made the vote. They are the 4th Starbucks location in Seattle to file for unionization. Well, the Gonzaga men's basketball team is back on top in the latest AP poll. The Zags won 2 games this past week, including a big win over a ranked St. Mary's team on Saturday. A loss by Auburn earlier in the week opened the door for the Zags to return to that top spot, and this is the 3rd time this season that Gonzaga has been ranked number 1. That's your Morning Rush.
The Spokane City Council passed a resolution to fund a fluoride engineering study last night. The vote passed 5-2. The study would cost $600,000, which comes from a $4 million grant the city received in September of 2020. Now, even though the resolution passed, this doesn't mean fluoride will soon be in your water anytime soon.
I know some people think this is the first step to fluoridation, but this is just the first step to see if we could even accommodate a fluoridation if we were to move forward and what that cost might look like.
Spokane residents have voted against putting fluoride in the city's water multiple times before.
Knowing the person, respecting the person is very important.
A couple shares wise words of wisdom on love as they celebrate an important anniversary.
And today, the one thing to know about weather, well, we clear out down low, but we could see a few lingering snow showers up high. Another round of snow in the mountains tonight as we see sun in Spokane.
We love starting our mornings with you, and now we're asking you to vote for our team. The Inlander Best Of poll is now live. You can vote for the Up with KREM anchor person and weathercaster categories. Just text the word BEST to the number 509-448-2000. We'll send a link right to the voting page. Thanks for making us the Inland North Best.